What's up, everybody? Back here again with another build video. This is my second version of the Strikers 3-piece, 2-piece Sentries. The only thing I changed was my gun and 2 pieces of gear. So what I did was I got a gun rather than my MP7 that has brutal and deadly, requiring brutal to be unlocked, which is 2,579. I switched to my Vector, which has deadly and brutal. Brutal's in the bottom slot, and I'm sure most of you know the bottom talent here is free. You don't actually need to unlock it, so having brutal in the bottom is real nice. That's the same thing for my marksman rifle, which requires 2,063 firearms. I have just over that. I have 2,068, so I'm only 5 over. Now, doing that let me swap a piece of firearms gear to stamina. Instead of having 2 pieces of firearms gear, I now have 2 pieces of, or only 1 piece of firearms gear, which is my knee pads. It's the only piece of firearms I got here. So my chest piece is a 2-slot Strikers harness, high stamina. I've got it modded with firearms crit chance and firearms skill power. It doesn't have first aid self-heal on it, which would be nice, and I could actually roll this armor a bit higher. 2-slot mask. It's a Striker's mask. Got some high stamina on there, and it's modded with stamina armor mods. You could also have 1 mod slot on this and go for skill power if you needed it. But with this build, I don't need any more skill power, so I went with the more toughness from the stamina mod. I could always change it. I do want a spare mask that I can try the difference of having the skill power versus the extra mod slot. But going with the Sentry's Call knee pads, this is my only firearms piece. It's also my weakest piece in my build right now. 580 firearms with a mod slot socketed with stamina and armor. We've got my backpack, really good backpack here. It's got almost maxed out skill power, stamina, and it's also socketed with a stamina skill power mod. So I think I have 2 skill power mods in this build, a firearms one and a electronic or a stamina one. Gloves, this is what I changed. I used to be running the firearms gloves with first aid self-heal. Now I have the stamina savage gloves with first aid self-heal, crit chance, crit damage, first aid self-heal, and stamina with a high base armor. Really nice pair of gloves. I chose to roll the first aid self-heal on there rather than rolling the pistol damage into submachine gun damage. More important stat there, especially if you don't have a high skill power. Now, the submachine gun damage would have been nice. It would have gave me a bit more DPS. It's about 5 or 6% depending on your roll. My DPS is bugged out, and that annoys me. It's still bugged out. It's telling me a lower number than it should be, and I don't know why. This game has some serious issues with DPS bugging. I have 180 something thousand, but it's deciding that it doesn't want to tell me that. There we go, 186. Thank you, game, for stopping being stupid. So last piece is my holster. We've got Striker's holster, 3 main stats, high armor. This is a really high armor holster, actually. High base armor with a fairly high armor roll on it. Real nice holster here. It's a little bit low on these 2 stats here. Firearms could use a bit more too, but missing 70 main stat on stamina. I could definitely get my toughness a bit higher if I switched it up. And let's go over my character sheet here. I've got 130.5 thousand life, which is insane. When I have an overheal, that means I have 195,000 health. 7 crit chance, that's a lie. Let's see here. Oh my god, now it's saying I have negative armors everywhere. This game, man, this is unbelievable, the UI bugs in this game. I really don't understand the problem that this game has with everything. 0 armor here, 16 armor here, minus 180 here. This is insane. But I do have max armor cap. It's probably not going to tell you that when I'm going through this because it's all bugged out. But 38 crit chance, 194 crit damage, 154 headshot damage. What else? is important here. We've got, we do have max armor. As you can see, the mitigation says I have 61%, but the number is 5,354 that you're shooting for. So I'm like 40 armor over. So I'm not too worried. This is just bugged out right now. And I don't run any exotic damage resilience. I think it's a little overrated. People are raving about how useful it is. You just got to be a little bit careful. The only thing that really kills you with exotic damage is the flamethrower guys, and you just stay a ways away from the flame pissers. They're the easiest things to kill because they got such bad range. So yeah. What else? I think that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I guess I could show you my abilities that I use. It's the same as my other builds. First aid with overdose. No longer using booster shot because I'm not using the vigorous chest. And if I did, with this much health, I would require having at least 25,000 skill power and first aid self-heal all over the place. Probably all 3 spots to be able to give me a strong enough overheal. Maybe not. I mean, it's 25,000 there. I need to heal for 65,000. So if I just had a little bit more skill power maybe on my mask, that would do the trick if I was not running the Sentry's chest. But I am. And I run smart cover, concealment. Sometimes I switch to recharger. It depends. Both of them are really good. And currently I'm running the tactical link damage buff. And my teammates use the signature skill, that survivor link one, to give you really strong toughness or whatever. But talents, let's see here. We're running triage, critical save, combat medic, and one is none. Those are what I run. If I was running shock turrets, I would be using fear tactics. This thing's really nice, 30% chance to apply the effect to all targets within 10 meters. But I don't usually use shock turrets. So this is my build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's definitely a much more difficult build to achieve than my standard 3-piece strikers, 2-piece sentries, just because it really depends on having the guns. Look at the UI bugs. It's crazy. Because you got to have the guns that have the brutal and deadly to keep your DPS decently high, and brutal in the bottom slot. So let me know what you guys think if you're able to succeed with a build like this. I'm still trying to get it to like 550k toughness, which will be possible. Just got to get a better pair of knee pads and better holster or something like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to comment and share whatever you do on YouTube's.